Welcome to Subramani. Mr. Shaktikantadas has come out with his RBI policy, and normally I don't do a video on RBI policy because I seriously think it's a media event, but analysts and fund managers have to give a view on that. I have no view on that, but I'll just give you the facts. The increase in rates happened. Most of us got the direction right. It's a matter of time when we will start getting the direction also wrong. So we got the direction right, and there was such a consensus of that 0.35 to 0.50. I thought you would do something like 0.425, like what Vivek Kaul, Sikshit Berojgar said in his tweet. It is so true, because today it is becoming very easy for people to predict, because you have given choice of 2-3 numbers, you have to pick up one number. Do you think anybody had the guts to say, no, I think we'll increase the rates by 1%? No, answer is no. So this is the consensus rate, so he's stuck to that. So will the market do anything because of that? The answer is no, the market will not do anything because of that, because I think the 0.35 or even the 0.45 would have been built into the market. So nothing to expect from the market. He has reduced the growth expectation for FY23. So just let me read from 7 to 6.8, but let me read the inflation numbers. He's projecting inflation at 6.7 for FY23 and Q3 at 6.6 and Q4 at 5.9. Honestly, none of these numbers would have registered in your head, and it doesn't matter. What matters is the rate of inflation that you have to calculate for your own expenses, and that can happen only by writing down your expenses. You either write it down physically or download one of those apps and keep tracking your expenses and find out what is the inflation rate applicable to you. Then you can see whether your portfolio is giving you a real return or no. So if he pegs the inflation at 5% for, I think for 24, he has said it is going to be, for 24 he has projected it at 5%. And if the rate, repo rate remains at 6.25, right, that's what it is, then you are talking of a 1.25 real rate of interest that you are getting. Well, I don't believe any of these numbers, because what number is applicable to you is more important. What is the average return that you are getting on your portfolio? What is the return, what is the inflation that is impacting you? That is far more important than the numbers of Shaktikantadas. Shaktikantadas numbers are useful for Mr. Modi and for a lot of analysts and for people like me to make videos like this, which does not really matter much for you. The remember 2024 we are heading for the election. 2023 is going to be a lot of 2023 would perhaps be the last budget for this phase of the Modi government. Will they be able to make another budget, or will it be vote on account for 2024? We don't know. The jury is out and all that. So you don't worry too much about all these numbers. Every quarter there will be one such meet, but they will all head towards the 2024 election. So nothing great is to be expected going forward. But yeah, but look at the pressure on the RBI governor. If the US decides to increase interest rates, and all the money is flowing from the rest of the world to US, then there is always going to be a problem that if India does not increase the interest rates in India, then the more money will flow out of India to the US, right? So there is some pressure on that ground, and then there is a huge demand. You can see that banks today are racing against the demand for money is greater than the supply of money, so interest rates had to go up, otherwise people would not invest. I expect a lot of mutual funds to come out with sensible debt schemes, or start pushing debt schemes now. Right now, if you ask me, the action for you is stick around in a floating rate fund, or perhaps I am already committing my money to gilt fund in a small way. I do an SIP in a gilt fund, which is a long-term duration, 2045 maturity. So I don't mind putting money into that. I do an SIP and I do lump sum, so that helps. The other thing which you can do is a little contrarian thinking. Go to a builder if you have decided to buy a house. I am not even recommending buying a house, but if you have decided to buy a house, it's a good time to go and negotiate with the builder, because a lot of people would look at the EMI figure and get scared. But don't worry, in 2-3 quarters interest rate will start going down, right? So at that stage your EMI will go down, so don't worry too much. Because the EMI is high, the builder might give you some discount. This is completely contrarian thinking. I'm not saying go and buy real estate. Everybody is talking of the real estate market. I have no view on the real estate market, but I'm saying if you have decided to buy and the EMI is carrying you, don't worry, because you're committing for 20-30 years, right? So don't worry about what will happen in the next 2 quarters. Yes, the EMI could be higher, but that EMI you could be able to negotiate with the builder and get it out of him, because he may not be selling. A lot of people will be intimidated saying, oh my god, the EMI is so much. So many people will be impacted that they won't be able to borrow more, right? So because the EMI decides how much they can borrow. So somebody who is eligible for a 30 lakh loan may suddenly be eligible only for a 27 lakh loan because the EMI has gone up. Same thing with the numbers being higher. So therefore the builder will be finding it difficult to sell. This is a good time to go and negotiate and be willing to pay this. It doesn't matter. If you are eligible, go, borrow, buy. If you have not decided whether to buy, I am not pushing you. So just like I would happily stay on rent. So don't commit to house just because of that. But if you have decided, don't hold back because the EMI is high. I'm sure in 2024 January the EMI might be lower, right? It may not be very far away. So that's my take. What will happen to the equity markets? When interest rates go up, equity market goes down. That is in the short run, because any asset price would go down, right? Because people's expectation from equity is higher. I'm getting 7% yield, that was considered fantastic, now I want 8% yield. Or I was getting 8% yield, now I want 9% yield. If I want higher yield, I have to reduce price. So that is what happens to all asset classes. But in the longer run, if the equity guy is not paid more, he will not want to come and be in equity. So therefore equity market will start going up very soon. We are already at a high, so even if we don't go up and if we remain here, we are not done too badly. So will equity markets go up? I think this impact of this 0.35 on the market is going to be zilch. But what US does is going to be important. So don't worry too much about what the market will do. I don't think the market will do anything because of this hike. Thank you.